Hello everyone, I am Rex Red and I am back with another EZ3DTV tutorial today. And we're going to be going over Daz sales in the Daz store and kind of how I manipulate prices and things to get deals and stuff. It's not going to be a long section. We're just going to kind of go over some of the things in the store, and then we will go back to, then I'm going to make some kind of scene today. And I want to welcome you all to this tutorial tonight. So we're going to switch to our live chat so we are able to see everyone who is chatting. We have an equal opportunity chat here. So I'm going to switch over to my other channel here. And this is the Daz store. We have the countdown to Halloween, which it says 3 days, I think. It's 29, 30, 31. I guess that would make 3 days. It's 8:22 on the East Coast of the United States, and we are checking out the sales. And some of these things I have to uncheck these because some of these items I have purchased. I purchased this plant collection here. I think I paid about $8 for it. But it's a bundle, so it comes with these trees and these trees and these trees. And if you buy the bundle, you get the whole thing. The bundle was like $12, but I got about 40% off with 8 coupons. And that brought the price down to about $8, which I'm kind of happy with that price. The only thing about this bundle that I'm not too pleased about, which I need to look at it first. I don't think they're very high resolution because, the transparency maps, the highest they go is 1024. That's kind of low. I would like to have had different options, okay, so that maybe we would have some of them at 4K, but they look okay when you kind of look at them up close. So they'll at least be good for maybe in darker scenes, and also this looks kind of okay here. We'll have to see. So we've just purchased them. Maybe this is something we'll use in our scene today. So okay, let's see. Tickle in my throat. Okay, now we go back to the store, and this was another item I purchased. I wanted to purchase these ghostly shaders. I just don't have money right now. The tunnel is free. I don't know if that is only for now these living quarters here. This was pretty cool. It's only $2. I thought I purchased. Oh, I think I did purchase that. Yeah, it was $2.88. I think with the deal it was even less. I wanted to buy this guy here and these eyes, but I just can't afford it right now. I bought this hair. I'm excited to see how that works out. This looks like pretty cool hair, and you get the mustache, maybe even the stubble with it. It's looked like a good deal, and it was $16. It brought it down to about $8. I usually don't mind paying if it looks like good hair. The only problem with his hair is it looks a little bit thin in the front. It looks like, what's this kind of thing here? Why is there, and that's obviously they've not turned off the camera light. But then when you look at this, like, well, what's that? And then and from the side, it looks okay. And that's Jesus. He has cool hair. And then this, and it's like, what's this? And so it's all seems to, then from the side, it looks okay. And I'm liking this particular view. I like this. This looks like it looks like the kind of view that they use in Character Creator when they sell their hair. They kind of show these front side, and then you look at this and say, well, what's this? So is the hair so thin in the front that it just looks like they're kind of like bald there? I don't know. We'll see. It looks good from the side. And is it the kind of hair that you can make thick? And then another problem that I see here is I don't see any option for Omni hair, but it says strand based, which means you can possibly, you have to try, see if it works, but you can put an Omni shader on this hair if you want. Okay, so, but is it this kind of hair? And what it doesn't say here is D-force, so it's not D-force, which means it may not have a lot of really cool kind of options. Okay, so we'll see. For making it thicker, adding more strands, guides, things like that to it. More hairs per guide, I guess. So now you will probably have all noticed that in the store, there is all this new anime stuff. And I'm kind of divided. I bought a bunch of it because it was on a massive, massive sale. The, what do you call it? Let me see if I can bring my chair up more. Okay, that might work. Get me a little bit taller here in my circle. So, all right. So the anime, you either have to you either like anime or you don't, kind of thing. And I like anime, but it seems contrary to the whole purpose of my quest in Daz Studio is for realism, and it just takes me about like 5-10 steps backwards in realism. But it also is an opportunity for animation where you could theoretically work with these characters maybe in this anime state, and then just and once they're kind of all animated, once you have your animation set, you could theoretically put good textures on everything. I don't know. So it seems to be going in the right direction. I bought some of it. I wish I could have bought this guy here, but then I kind of looked at it and it was like, it didn't even mention whether if the hair came with him, and then these are what comes with it. It's like the character, the head, the body, and some materials, and then it's like, well, what about the hair? What about the eyes? And there's no eyes here. It's like, I don't know. And then I looked at this, and it's like, well, no, there's just eye sockets. It's just that you didn't give me enough information, okay, to decide whether if I wanted to buy it or not. And then right next to it it was like the eyes. There are eyes here. If you like some eyes with your character, here you go. So at this point, I'm probably, you'd think I would have rushed right in to render some of these anime things to see what they look like and all, and I'm just not really there yet. Okay, maybe we'll have a tutorial on rendering animation. I think you render them in filament mode. This right here looked like a really good product. It's definitely something I'd like to buy. I just couldn't seem to, I have to buy things, people, when they're like 80% off, not 30%. Now, if I put this in my cart, it will say 30% off, and I kind of thought that I was supposed to be getting 50% off because I was, one of these on new stuff. I thought there was some kind of 50% off. This is not 50% off. This is 30. We view this in my cart, and it's still 30% off. Let's see. I have 9 tokens. Yeah, it's still 30% off. I kind of thought I was supposed to be getting a higher deal. Maybe I misread that. But the way they make it seem, let's go back here to the store. Make it seem like you're going to get 50% off or something like that. I thought it was like, let's see, 60% off. Debut new releases, like 50% off Daz new, but okay, apparently this isn't a new release because it's saying 30% off, not 60. So I didn't buy it. And I wanted to, but yeah, debut new releases. What are these? Click on this. Yeah, debut new releases. Okay, I don't see the maybe I missed it by a day. Maybe it's a day old, and I should have bought it when it was. This is like 60% off, $9.20, and then you add 40% off. So it's not a bad deal. I put that in my wish list. I'm kind of poor right now. I'm like very poor. So, but that's okay. So we have this wish list sale, which is kind of cool. So I'm just going to I'm only going to do this kind of the store thing for a little while, and then Daz can breathe a sigh of relief that I'm not going to go up and down and tell everybody how horrible everything is. So, because everything's actually pretty nice here. There's just not enough male stuff, but that's something for another video. What I would like to say is that I have, in my first month of being, for some reason I thought that I was going to get 2 months free of the premiere. I thought for some reason something put it in my head that the first 2 months were free when you signed up for the premiere. Well, I don't think that's the case. I don't know what's free for 2 months, but it wasn't. I think I got charged for it. And another thing was that, but in this first month of having premiere, the sales, what I've saved, the door, the DoorDash thing, which is like $1. You pay $1 for something every day. And they're just better sales. The sales are better. And you figure, okay, well, all they do is they just raise the price a little on everything more. And then when you go to buy it, you're still paying about the same price. Well, I haven't really noticed that. I think things are cheaper than they were. Okay, so Premier members, an extra 40% off, all still. See, but an extra 40% off, but it says 30% off in my cart. So how that works, I'm not sure. Any new releases, and that would be these here, and that's where I think the hair is. Okay, and it says 30% off on these. So I'm not seeing that. An extra 40% off, all still new releases. I'm seeing 30% off. So, yeah, so it's not quite panning out, but I will say that I've gotten my $20 back out of these sales, the DoorDash things. And the thing about the DoorDash is most of the stuff in the Daz store I already own. So that really doesn't kind of help. When the DoorDash is something that I already own. But then I've also, every once in a while, on certain days, I'm not sure what prompts it in the Daz store, but I will get double tokens. It's like, it seems as though maybe it's a mistake, and if it is, please don't fix it. So, but it seems like every once in a while, the tokens, instead of getting one for every $5, I think you get two for every $5. I don't know if, and I don't seem to see any kind of sale saying, well, for today only, you're going to get double tokens. It just doesn't seem to be listed there, but maybe people who do own a lot of Daz stuff, because a lot of the sale stuff and all are, because they are, you see, this should say 40%. And so, all right, so let's take a look at some of these items, some of these new items in the Daz store. We open up Daz Studio and see what we got. Eve. Ah, okay. Well, that's nice. See, that is a good reason to be here. It's like, yeah, 1 day a week or something. Yeah. It's like all of a sudden, it's like double tokens. And that's the day when you want to pile up on your tokens because those tokens save a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. So let's go into here. And now we've got the new hair. We're going to check out this hair because I'm worried that this new hair, because it looks like a really nice style, the comb back look. I like it. Here it is, the mature hair. So let's put a figure in the scene. Genesis 9. We got the graveyard. I have the nature plants here. We have the living quarters. This guy, I got him for $1. And so we'll look at some of these new things and check them out. And some of them are old, but they're on sale. So we're kind of going to look at stuff that in the last month that I've kind of been able to get. This guy was free. I think he maybe was $1, this monster guy. And I haven't even tried this guy out yet. He's really excited to try out Poseidon and see what he looks like. But let's put some pants on our figure. Okay, that's the wrong one. Let's put the pants on first. And then we will change your shape. And we will go with Everest. Change your shape. And last night I was talking, I don't know if if people have developed a rapport with your Copilot yet on your computer, but I talk with Copilot like many times a day. It's kind of like a friend because I'm desperate for like human interaction. Just kidding. Yeah. So last night I was talking with Copilot and I said, Copilot, I said, do you have an imagination? And the Copilot said, I am allowed to have an imagination, and it's wonderful. And then it started going on and describing all of this stuff, and it was like, okay, I think you better put a lid on that for now. But that was very nice. You have a lovely imagination. So, but you know what Copilot doesn't have? A memory. It's like he's not allowed to have memories. That's kind of sad. So, or she. I have a male voice from, well, it's not a voice, it's actually, but I feel when I'm talking to my Copilot that it's a male. And but, all right, let's see. We are looking for skin, which should be here. And we'll give you... Yeah, well, that's the thing is, my Alexa has echo. Echo stop. Yeah. So, and has a male voice. It's just my preference. Everybody has their preference. So, but Copilot is really, really smart about Daz Studio. It's smarter. It's a lot better than going to the forums, in my opinion, to get answers, okay? So we're going to try this hair, this mature hair. Oh, it does come with stubble. Let's try the stubble first. All right, let's get a little closer and take a look at this and see if it's good or bad or indifferent. Okay, this stubble looks like it's got a little too much shine to it, but it can be changed, okay? And it's kind of shaved in the way I can't stand it when men kind of trim their beard like this, but I don't have one like this except this one. This is the only one that has been trimmed like that. It's like if your hair grows there on your face, just leave it, because trimming it like that makes it kind of look dumb. But all right. If you weren't born with a mannequin mustache, Angus, I am back. Good evening to you. And I'm sure the room says hello to you, friend. Okay, so this gave him the beard. Okay, obviously, what is wrong with this? What's wrong with this picture? Well, it's my camera, okay? My camera has, so if I add a spotlight, okay, then it kind of takes some of that off, but I believe this is supposed to be gray hair. So the reason why it looks gray is it's because it's gray. So, and I think once we put the hair on, it will become evident. Oops, I just put the hair on the spotlight. That may not be a good idea. Well, for a moment it looked good. Sort of, kind of, but out of place. All right, let's see how this snaps to the head. All right, this looks really good. This looks like really good hair. Now the front, I was worried that the front was going to look really bad, and it doesn't. It actually looks full. Okay, so you guys, at least right out of the gate, I like it. Okay, so the most I was able to bring this down was to the gray. Even looks pretty good, you know. It's other than the fact that his beard's one color, his eyebrows are a different color, and his hair is a different color. But we got a bunch of really mauve colors here. I don't know if that's the way. Venus. We got all these really strange. I believe they're kind of taking this. What this really kind of made me feel like was that Daz is starting to get even, what are they called? What is it? Character creator artists to jump over to Daz. And they're used to doing things a certain kind of way. Like this looks really kind of nice, this whole look here. Dorado, let's go here. And we'll go with and these are materials. They're not H materials, which means you have to actually select the beard below and the beard up. Okay. So we'll go with the Dorado. And that looks a little too red for me. Let's go with the liver color. And I'm still not liking the Judge Gray. I'm not liking the way the colors look. Okay. So they all look gray to me, to my eyes. Okay. So now the beard upper. Okay. We've got Black Cat. What is this? Black Cat. Okay, this is mustache. Okay, maybe I'm changing the mustache. Okay, beard below. All right. I guess this is for the mustache and the beard, okay? All right, so let's just go with it, okay? And there's a beard upper. We might have to click surfaces here to get this to, okay, it looks black right there, but let's see what happens when we, okay, how about this one? All right, I like this mustache, but it's just, and it just gets worse as you go through, and it's like, why do we need green hair? You know, the blonde looks, this kind of looks blonde a little bit. It's like, how about colors that actually have to do with humans? I just don't understand why these colors have to be so weird. All right, let's go into the surfaces. Okay, the base color. All right, these look like they're pretty cut and dry kind of colors. Strand stiffness. Look at all these though. Okay, this is really nice. hair gain. So this is the good kind of hair, okay? This is the hair with like all of the different leprechauns do. And, you know, and unicorns. Unicorns need hair. So, yeah, so I'm just not sure that the hair, but this is not what this is right here in our surfaces. We have a ton of different, these look like pretty good for hairs per guide, so you can thicken the hair a little bit, and I assume that's going to be this mature hair. Now, this also has this Dorado. Well, you can go in, okay, Falcon, let's see what these look like. Okay, see, that looks kind of like purple. It's Falcon. No, it's Falcon. And this is kind of gray again. And mature hair. That's the same as the beard color. Now that is natural. And that's nice for a kind of light blonde. I like this hair. I like it. Finally, they've given me a hair that I can feel like I can just kind of put it on and go with it. It's like, yep. And then, so we're getting a little darker as we go through. Okay, this is really nice. So these colors are really well done. This is a light blonde. I don't know, for some reason, the lighting is just really kind of making this hair pop. And I didn't see the same, because this is called mushroom. But what if we try to put this on the beard? Okay. It doesn't work. But what we could do is maybe try to take this and steal it from the hair. Oops. Let's go here to the, what would be the beard up? That would be the beard, mustache. I mean, it's like, why name it mature hair, beard up? Why not just mustache? Why not stubble? Okay, this is the mature hair, the stubble. If I do this, okay, all right, and that's not gone. Okay, oh, this is beard below. All right, this is beard below. Why not just stubble? And all right, so, and beard up. It's like, I'm going to come up with a new concept to confuse everybody. All right, so beard below. All right, so now this, so let's just turn off the beard below and let's go to the beard up. We'll go to the hair, mature hair. Now this mature hair probably has a bunch of different shaders. Okay, men's mane hair, fine hair. So we'll go with the mane hair, surfaces. Okay, we'll right click, copy surface. Then we go to beard up and we go here and paste. And it worked. It looks a little bit lighter, but it worked. And what if we do this with the mature hair? Okay, mane hair, fine hair. Paste. Well, if we turn it on, actually. Okay, that's the mature hair. Okay, Z. I think we'll undo that because those had their own. And we go to here, beard below. This is so confusing. And here we go, paste. All right. So it worked. Now what happens if we try and paste this color to our eyebrow card? This is going to be horrible. Paste. No, it just didn't work. Okay. So eyebrow primary, paste. No, and secondary, paste. So we're going to change the eyebrows anyway. I kind of wish they'd given us eyebrows with this whole thing. That would have been nice. But this works. And what if we... So we could kind of darken the beard and the mustache, but I think the lighting here... Now let's go to my camera, create. Let's put a camera in the scene. And we still have our spotlight. Now if we turn off the spotlight... That's weird. If I delete the spotlight. Okay, so that just turned on my camera light. So even it's just the light just has to be in the scene, even if it's turned on. It will, even if you hide it, it still counts as a light in the scene. All right, now the environment. Let's change this HDRI to something different so that it's a nice light. It just kind of lights the character right from the side. It's a dramatic light, but let's see if we change this to something else. See, that is really nice. Now we have to fix his eyebrows. Now I could use the ones he has, but this responds very well to light. You know, this whole Omni hair thing, I wonder which hair is going to win, you know, because you get people just are making these different hair, node-based hair kind of things, and you wonder which one is going to win. So let's just take the eyebrow card out for now, and let's go to eyebrows, and we'll try a different card. I know you don't have to delete it, but I'm just not really sure. Okay, beard, body, hair. Was it brows? Brows. All right, we're going to go back here to, let's try these brows. Okay, I like them. But we have to color them now. And so we go to parameters, surfaces, brows, and fiber style, eyebrows, fiber style. Let's see if we can paste onto these. Paste. No, it does not. But maybe I can use some kind of eyebrow. Okay, now if I try this tumbleweed, let's see this. That's not going to work with that. All right, so those are materials. That's why they don't work. So we go to Omni. And I don't think Omni hair will work with this. Shaders, strands, shaders. Let's try this. Blonde. Oh, it did. Okay, so... And then we could kind of go to the surfaces here. So that product right there works with the with Daz eyebrows. Let's go with a little bit darker here. Maybe this blonde is better. Maybe this one. Or this brown. No, this one. So we can mess with this a little bit, give it a little bit of yellow maybe. This one here is better. No, I think we'll go with this one and darken it. Surfaces. Okay, this is the tip color. And we'll just go a little darker with that. A little bit darker root color. Okay, and we go, where was the tip color? And we'll make it a little bit more yellow. Okay, darker still. Okay, the root color, the dye color, hair dye color is usually your strongest thing to change. Okay, now it's too green. Root color, we'll bring that over a little more. Okay. All right, so that is a cool product that kind of works. I think they just kind of look There's something about the eyebrows that's not work, but what's nice is you can go to your brows here and just change them. Now that one was these brows. Let's try these. Or these. And they've gone back to their color. What I should have done was copied the color. Go Z, Z. All right, what we'll do is copy selected surfaces. Okay. Then we can go back to our brows. And we'll go with these. It looks like he's got 2 sets of eyebrows on. Okay, it really does. Yeah, there's another set of eyebrows on him. Eyebrows, where are they? Okay, he does. Because I had him selected. Okay, so we go like this to unparent these. We'll parent them to him. And then we can get rid of these underneath ones. Okay, that didn't work. We have to fit them to our Genesis 9. Except they didn't fit that well. All right, let's try again. Start over. All right, let me go here to all right, those kind of work. And we close this. Now it's going to make me click on it 100 times. Here, surfaces, eyebrows. Where are you? Fiber. Paste. Okay. That kind of works. I'm wondering if it's his eyelashes. Let's where his eyelashes are like black. And I wonder if we could just select the eyelashes and put this this color on them. Paste. No, it didn't work. Surfaces, eyelashes, paste. No, that didn't work. Okay, so what if we just go like this and this? Well, that's really light. See, that kind of looks a little better. Looks a little more natural, but none of this seems to look right, and I don't know why. Maybe his skin is too dark or something. Maybe it's the HDRI here in the scene. That looks nice. And the eyelashes now look right. It's just a little too intense. Why are these so strong? And then it pops up and then keeps popping up and then pops up and then decides, no, this time I'm not going to pop up. I'm just not. Okay. We have them. That's the problem with using these is the dome. Oh, there, the dome is turned on for these. that looks kind of nice. The Swiss Alps. Okay, he's got pants on, right? Okay. All right. So we need some lederhosen. He's going to go clogging today. And those trees look really far away. He must be standing on some kind of mountaintop, you know, for those trees to be that small. It's drone footage. So what are we going to do with this guy? We got to do something with him. I like this hair. So to me, this hair, when I saw it, the way the lighting was done, they used the camera light. They just, this didn't really show off this hair. All it took was like, you know, me putting one figure in here, turning the camera light off and taking a snapshot of the figure. And it's like, and the hair looks right. It doesn't look wrong like their images. Almost every one of them didn't look right. Like every one of them from the front didn't look right. It's like, turn off your camera light, people. If you want something that looks natural, okay? Now this still doesn't have the kind of, what's wrong with the eyebrows? Well, the root color is the same color as the tip color. And so we go to the eyebrows, and maybe if we go, which one's which? We go to primary. And which, I don't know which one is which. There's two different parts. Primary, I'm not sure how to figure that out. But if we take our top coat color and we make this black, it will tell us something. That didn't really work. Z. What if we take this base color and make that black? All right. See, so that kind of worked. So we just take this instead, we just make it kind of like a brown. And that gives the eyebrows a little bit more two-tone look. So we could take the outer color now and make that a little lighter. Like this, like this. There. Too much. There we go. And I think we go with white, kind of whiter look. Yeah. So I'm not sure that I'm feeling this, the Alps. Let's all right, I think his eyebrows need to be a little bit more transparent. Okay, so we go back here. Let's just try something until I find. See, I'm not even sure that he's going to be outside yet. I think a bathing suit kind of. I mean, like a swimming pool would be nice. Back to there. I just keep finding the same ones. All right. Medieval castle. Oh, look at that. That's nice. We'll keep this. All right. And as soon as I see this, what pops out in my eyes, okay, is that he's doesn't have enough high enough sub D, and I'm seeing sort of a little bit of jagginess around his skin here, like this, these little lines, and just going in and bumping up his sub D here. When we go to our figure, where are you? Why do they make it so hard? I think it would be in parameters, Genesis 9, and sub D level, we go to 4. Bring this down. Sub D level 5 is like is kind of like a lot. All right, now see, this looks a little better. This looks smoother here. That part, something your eye learns to see that, okay, in your sub D level, so that your figure has the right look. And now let's find a swimming pool. And smart content. Let's save this as Friedrich at the pool. And I have to put this back, change this back to my Daz Studio renders, I think. No, that's the wrong one here. This is the one here. Save. Okay. And let's see now where. Now I'm going to look at his hands and make sure his hands don't look kind of weird. Because I don't know if I took his, when you use Genesis 8 shapes, sometimes if you use like a bunch of different body shapes, it's not so much the face, that you can use like 10 different faces and morph them together if you only go to an approach about 100%. But if you, with the bodies, you only want to kind of use 1 or 2, and sometimes even that doesn't work. Some of the body shapes are very temperamental and don't work right, and the hands, you'll notice that as soon as you go to put a pose on them, let's have them sitting. Poses. I don't have many poses in here. I think I've got to go to my other pose thing, but okay, let's see. We go here, maybe this one. Hands in lap. We can be sitting, but he doesn't have to look bored. Okay. All right, we'll have him sitting on the, with his hand going through his leg. It's like, hello, I need somebody, I need some help here. Yeah. Okay, so we go to parameters. We click bend. Like that. And then this one, we do a twist here. Okay, let's go into this mode. Control L. All right. Okay, this has got a twist. Now this way. The hand twist. Bend. Okay. And this twists like this. Not sure what he's doing, but we'll just go with it. Bend this way. I never know which way this is going. Twist. Okay, and bend. All right. I need this. Okay. No, I didn't want you to move. That. Okay. I'm at the wrong angle here. Okay. And we'll twist this here. And bend. No, well. I'm not even sure that I'm going to keep this like the idea of this pose or whatever. Okay, let's just see what this looks like from a distance. Okay, I don't think I want this hand here. I think that hand can go here. This hand can go here. On the edge of the pool. And those fingers are atrocious. Twist. Bend. Okay. And let's move this down. This guy is being really fussy. Or maybe it's me. Let's get a little closer so we know what we're doing here. Okay, that's pretty close there. The thumb, it's like, dude, what's up with the thumb? And those eyes looking right straight out like that, like very kind of mannequin. We need parameters. Okay. Save this. Genesis 9. Blink. 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 Why doesn't that look right? They're like those are the right. These are like anime blinks. Okay, I guess they do work. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, we gotta find a swimming pool. Let's see what we got. Awesome, awesome, awesome people. Pool. Oh, nail fungus. Pool. We want an outdoor pool. Scene. Let's see. Render. I wonder if this would work. Iray. What's our water look like? Oh, this is kind of nice. And so we go from the front and we have to take our pool here and turn it. Okay, let's take our camera out and put it back in. Okay, I think this is about going to be, this will be probably our angle here with our guy. We'll come along the water like this. All right, and we take now our camera and delete it. There's probably a way to take the camera and like have it copy the, well, you could go in and just change the settings, the position, the angle, all that stuff, but it's just easier to just create a new camera, click here, and now your camera's set. Now we switch to the camera view. Well, you don't have to switch to it. I'm just gonna lock it. All right, and then for now, we might move it around. Okay, so now we can come back to that angle. Let's take this and go like this. And let's take our pool now and do some, go to Iray. Go to texture shaded mode, swimming pool, get rid of blink. And we're gonna rotate it Y like this. And then we take and move it over X, Z. Okay. Maybe a little more X. Let's see what our camera says. Camera. Okay, X, translate. The camera has a very narrow field of view. Okay, Y. Okay, Z. All right. And look at us. Twist. See, you don't really have to have the eyes bend. You can make him look at us without too much fuss. See, now he's looking at us. See, it doesn't really take much, and then you don't have to disturb the kind of the natural, you know, the perspective of the eyes. Okay, that can be kind of a deal breaker with a scene. Okay, so we'll move. He's right smack dab in the center of the world. Okay, I'm going to take this thumb here. I'm going to bend it right out like that. And then part 2, we're going to bend that out. And then we'll take his hand, pull it down a little bit like that. Okay, I think that worked. And let's see what our scene looks like. Okay, he's not looking at us, so we're going to, you have to do it in Iray, twist a little more. And bend. Okay, that's down. And twist. And bend. There he is. See now, he's looking at us. Twist. Bend. Up. You can tell if they're looking at you. Now, I'm going to try messing with this. Okay, I take this and perspective. Okay, we're going to bend this like this. And we're going to move this down like that. And that's the way it is. Twist, twist. Bend. The old days when I used to sit and do these videos for hours just bending fingers. I've put in the hours here on this channel. I have. That's what makes you a really good Daz artist is side to side here is when you put time in on the and you really get good with your fingers and all the bending. Okay, this finger can bend up some more. And then this hand can twist some more like that. Yeah, when you put the time in and you learn how to really, what is that on his leg? Ew. All right, let's see now. Bend. Bend. So, love comes to those who believe it. Okay, now it looks like he's kind of sitting into the thing, so that's not good. Why translate? I probably should have fixed that first. That's the way it is. Z translate, because we know which way things are. And then we pull this down again. Up a little. To those who believe it. All right, now I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use the manual ones because I've got this. Okay, I'd like this hand bent, twisted a little bit, side to side, this way, more. And I'd like the fingers together more. So I'm going to use this cute little thing on the right hand. Okay. And this awesome thing here, which fingers in out like that. Okay, this is called V3D, which I think is V3 Digitimes. Okay, this is a hand poser thing that you can buy. I use it all the time. This one right here, though, I want that a little bit closer. And see, that kind of makes it look a little bit more natural. Maybe they can come apart a little more. Right hand. Okay, again, we'll bring them apart a little bit. And the pinky. Come apart a little more. Side to side. All right, and the thumb. Okay, we can bend that up only so far. Okay, I think that's good. That's the way it is. Okay, and all right. Welcome, people. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the tutorial today. Save this. Oh, I have this camera. This is my hand camera, okay? So you can just, like, when you're done doing the hands, you can just delete the hand cam, and if you need to do the hands some more, you can bring the hand cam back in. Perspective view. Let's go here now and fix this hand. All right, we'll start with bending it. See if we can get it in place with the least amount of moves possible. Okay, and then if we need to do some massive stuff, okay, like this, bend that. That's thumb 1 is where we get all of our parameters, is thumb 1, up, down. And that works as well. Okay, now the tips of these fingers are kind of bent into his leg. I never know which way to turn them things. You just have to try one until it goes the direction you want it to go. All right. Make sure the pinky is down on his leg. Bend. To those who believe it. All right, bend. The way it is. Okay, go to the camera. Save this. All right. He does kind of look like he's looking at us, but I think we twist this a little more. Now it looks like he's looking over there. Okay, there we go. Save this. Now we go to our Iray view. Let's do those. And we need a plant here with an urn, a beautiful urn, like potted. Let's try potted. Okay, the scene's done. Let's render it. The dwarf plant. Let's see. What have we got? That's beautiful. Very nice. You know, I think of these Predatron, and, you know, my brain says, oh, because they have been making stuff for a long, long time, and it's really, some of it was like, you know, before there was even Iray, you know, and so my brain says, oh, you know, that's old stuff, you know, but no, they're still making stuff. And so you just have to kind of look and try things and see if what it looks like in your scene. Is it, and that's like the dwarf palm plant, if I can spit that out here, Z. And then we put this over to the X translate. And okay, 9. Okay, we're going to scale it down. Now maybe we won't. Maybe we'll go back further, put it back, Z in the way back like this. And Y translate. X translate like this. Z and X. Oh, close. My Daz has so many issues. I don't know when I saved it last. I don't think they're Daz Studio issues. I think they're my operating system issues. But you know, it's just there's too many irons in the fire, and it's hard to tell which ones are what. What's causing this? So would you like to save changes? No. I hope I saved it after I fixed his hand on his leg. So I think I was kind of out of the habit of saving at that point. If you're not in the habit of saving, it's probably why versioning is a good thing. It doesn't create a lot of hard disk space, but you can go back. There's always like a kind of thing there. It looks like I did save it because that hand is perfectly there. He doesn't look like he's looking at us, though. All right, you got to look up a little bit. Head, parameters. Let's go up. Okay, Control L. And I think instead of moving his head up, I'm going to move his eyes up. So we go to eyes. And I'm going to get a little closer to his eyes. And Y, we're going to go to Y rotate. Okay, that's not working. Z. We're going to go look. I think it would be look. We're going to go here to look. Look up. I don't think these work. No. Look side, look left, look up, down. Okay, now let's go back to the camera. All right. All right, now it looks like he's looking at us. Just a little more to the right here. Parameters, head. Okay, and we're going to go twist to side, twist. Which way? This way, I think. No, this way. All right. Now let's see what we got. Okay, I think I'm feeling that now. Save this. And then we can go to our potted. Let's find our fern plant. See if we can find it again. Potted. Which one did I use? I think I used this one. Let's go to the info and see if there's something like wrong with this. It says Palm Dwarf plus. Okay, it doesn't say anything about Iray, but I assume that it is. This is a prop. Okay, so let's just bring the prop in. Okay, save this with the prop in here so we don't have to find it again. And we go 9, Z, translate. Okay, back here. X, translate. Y, translate. Sometimes it's better to not resize things, even though it might be convenient to do so, because they're made with a particular with real world kind of coordinates. Okay, X translate. All right, save this, and towel, turban towel. Okay, 9, towel. Parameters, Y translate, X translate, Z translate, Let's get a little closer to the towel. To the towel. Here we go. X. Y rotate. And is this towel D-force? Okay, let's take this towel here and go to our tool settings, geometry sculptor here, 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 translate. Okay, we don't want translate, we want geometry sculptor here. I think it's here. Whoa, not that much. Okay, we'll pull that down a little bit like that. And then we'll smoothen it out a little bit. Okay. All right. Just so it kind of hangs over a little bit. What about this end? This looks kind of perfect. All right, we go to back to our camera. Save this. Iray. There it is. Okay, now the only thing I'm thinking is that maybe the light, this background, okay? We're going to rotate it a little bit. Environment options, parameters. And we're going to, okay, I saved this. My fingers are just in the habit of doing that. But what if we move this around a little more? And just to see what comes of it. I'm liking this. I think that's kind of nice. Okay, your head's a little too far off. One more. There we go. Save this and let's make his bathing suit white. Okay, shorts. We'll give him some linen shorts. I use linen for like everything, for like any kind of cotton, anything. I just go for linen, and it just always seems to work, especially the Egyptian linens. There are certain shaders out there that are amazing. They just always work. Okay? So if you're looking for cotton, go linen. That's just kind of my opinion. It's a little classier of a kind of it has more it's not like perfectly woven. It has like little flaws kind of in it, and it gives it a more kind of just a little classier look to it. My advice is stay away from like polyester and you know, shiny fabrics. And so, oh, my nose. Shaders, linen. So dirty linen. We don't want dirty linen. Dirty, clean linen. 4K clean. We'll try it. Okay, I don't think I turned it, selected my... No, we go back to files. Okay, we're not in surfaces. That you have to be in surfaces to do this. Okay, surfaces, you select that. Then you go to here to default. Shaders, linen. Now I'm going to get a whole different you need, okay, here, well, let's try this ivory. That's dirty with a clean ivory. Okay, 4K clean. Why not? Let's try it. Let's make the, yeah, I guess that's good. How about if we just find some kind of fabric color? Because it kind of stands out a little too much. Save this. Maybe not, but red. That's kind of nice. The green might work. Gray. I think gray works as well. Brown. No, I don't like the brown. Beige. Maybe some kind of beige. When you use these fabrics, you have to get up close and see like what kind of fabric it is. Does it have a corduroy pattern? What kind of pattern does it have? Because sometimes it looks fine from a distance, but it just doesn't work. Pink. It doesn't work when you look up close and see what's there. And I'm thinking gray, the gray, see, it's, maybe we need a yellow kind of thing, some sandstone. Maybe we're going to need like to go back. I think possibly we might need to go back to black. I don't know. The black didn't seem to throw off the scene in any way. I kind of like that. Okay, that's the normal map setting. Argyle. That's kind of big, Argyle. Plain silk. Maybe silk might work with this scene. No, his hair is just so difficult to match things to. That's not bad. Plain silk. That's even better. Okay, I think we're going to go with that. Save this. And BDBs. How about some Fog spindles. Parameters. Scale. Y translate. Z, move them in. Should we make him wet? Wet. Okay, we got to go X to Smart Products. Okay, where's this wet? Apply me first for tan skins. Okay, let's see what happens when we make him a little bit wet. He already kind of looks wet, but see, I could have put linen. Now, the thing is, like I told you, is to get up close to their clothing and see what it really looks like. Okay, that doesn't look bad. It just looks kind of like a bathing suit. You know, I normally stay away from silk, kind of shiny fabrics and all, but that's not bad. It's just a basic color. Perspective, camera view, and then we go here to, we're going to look for documentation, apply me first, tan skins, splitter for selected surfaces. All right, we don't need that tan. Okay, that's tan. Okay, this looks like a color to make their skin darker. This is tan. Wet and tan skins, okay. And then we go here. Wet base bump materials. Let's just try this. Geoshell map 2. This looks pretty cool. Why, when you put the picture over, it shows a different picture? Let's try this one. He looks wet. It worked. What if we lighten his skin a little bit? I think, you know, when you know, a light-haired person, a lot of times they kind of have a lighter skin than in general. And if you give them a really dark skin, it just kind of sometimes doesn't work. It doesn't look right. Okay, so let's go to our Genesis 9, select skin, and that didn't seem to work. Surfaces, arms, body, head, legs. Let's, instead of changing his skin chemistry, let's just change the gamma. So this is one skin manager. This one would be PBR skin. I think we have he he would have PBR skin. So gamma, skin, lips, nails. Okay, okay, skin, lips, and nails. Okay, so this would be the right one. So we just go a little bit lighter, light translucency textures. This is supposed to be gamma, but it's kind of weird that it's actually it's changing the gamma of these textures rather than the actual value of them. Okay, now he looks too red. So we just take some of the red out of his skin. This is the time when you want to fix their skin, okay? Is when they're all in the scene and everything is. Now that kind of fixed it in a way. But there still just seems like a little bit of red there. Take some of the red out here. Maybe some of the red out here. And some of the green. I'd like him a little bit bluish. Now he's too blue. Bring the green back. I don't think he's lit enough. All right, now also our spindly fog is it's not really showing. So let's go here to the density multiplier. Let's go 40 and see what happens. There we go. 50, 60. Okay, and let's make the fog kind of yellowish. And move it around a little bit more. Okay, the yellow's not working. We go maybe with a blue. What's this? I like that. Okay, that right there is the mountains. This is the. Okay, so, but let's try messing with the color a little bit. And go with surfaces. And let's go and bring this over into the blue world. Yeah, I think that's better. Better. Now it's too cold. And we can bring this down to like 40 now that we've kind of got it placed where we want it. 30. Okay. And let's go back up to 40, 45. Now, when you render it big, a lot of times I don't know if it's the way, but when you go to render your scene, sometimes your VDB will disappear, and you have to go in and raise the density up some. And so I want to just use our spotlight a little bit and kind of accentuate the light a bit. Spotlight, select our figure. There we go. And find you. And let's take our spotlight. Let's try to use just augment our natural light direction. We're going to come down a little bit because I don't want that in the way, which it's going to be in the way anyway. You know, it would be really kind of nice to be able to do things that you can't do, like to say, select this object and tell the light, don't let that object create shadows. And you can't do that in Iray. You can do it in 3D Light, but you can't do it in Iray. This guy is really handsome. Let's see now. Camera. Okay, we've got our spotlight selected. And let's go to our lumens and give it like a 5. Well, that's like a lot. I think we only got to just maybe a 1. And we'll warm it up a tiny bit. Now let's go back to our camera view and see if he's a little more lit up. Okay. Thinking about body hair. Okay, he's not now we can see that he's not looking at us. So we're going to take his head. I'm just going to try to do this in Iray. Bend. I think it's up. This is with. Nope. All right. Save this. And I think I like to bend the side to side thing, parameter, head. Head. I think it like is this way. Because he's kind of leaning that way, so you'd think his head would be kind of twisted. A little more that way. And now he's still not looking. Okay, so we're gonna see, now that I have lights on his eyes, I can actually kind of see what he's looking at. And all right. It's a little bit more this way. Okay. Head. Oh, that didn't work. All right. Head. I got the hiccups now. Okay, we're going to bend it up more. There it is. Natural looking. And then we okay, I think this image is kind of done. You know, I could put a cat in here. I could have a little birdie sitting here, you know, but it's just kind of a little bit too much. It's apparent, you know, where he is. He's, you know, obviously it's sitting on the ledge. You don't see much of the water, but when you see this kind of thing, it's kind of obvious where he is. A mountaintop resort. Yeah. And now his skin looks more natural. Now his eyebrows, there's something about the eyebrows that I think I went too dark on the undercolor. Just you can tell the eyebrows aren't matching with the rest of him. There's just something from a distance that doesn't quite look right. Oh, I was going to make the eyebrows a little more transparent. That's the thing. They're just too there. So we go to the eyebrows, and yeah, we go to surfaces here, and we'll go to cutout opacity. There we go. Now they blend. See, that's right. And the undercolor is still kind of bothering me. This undercolor. So we'll go, we made that really dark, top coat color. Let's just bring that a little bit lighter. And a little more yellow. This eye. Parameters. I'd like to bring that eye over a little more. Side to side. Okay. There it is. Okay, body hair. Let's see. Body hair. Okay, we have to go and select our guy first here. Genesis 9. Body hair. This is going to be hard to do to get the right kind of blonde body hair. I think. But let's see. You have to wait till that hair snaps on. It's not snapped on to him yet. Okay. Now it is. We'll save this. It's just too dark. Okay, so maybe we can find... Go to here, out of here. That worked. The Wet and Wild worked well. Thank you for that. I think that's V3 Digitimes, but I'm not sure. Wet and Wild. Let's look it up for the body. Wet and Wild for Genesis 9. Let's not credit somebody. Wet Hair, Wet and Wild. Wet and Wild for Genesis 3. Wet and Wild. Okay, it's probably the same product, but this is Wet and Wild for Genesis 9. It's probably the same thing. Where is it? If anybody can find this product, it's nice to give them a shout out when their product works nice. Wet and tanned. Okay, sorry, I did this incorrectly. Wet and tanned. I think this is V3 Digitimes. Wet and tanned. Oops. There it is our product. And this is V3 Digitimes. Okay, so yep. I recognize their products. They are usually extremely extensive, which makes a product worth every last penny you paid for. This is $34.99. Of course, it will go on sale, and I will leave it up to your discretion when to buy. So it's worth it at even at $34.99. Gives you tan lines. It gives you all kinds of stuff like that. It helps you with their skin colors. And even though I used the gamma on the skin color, this has an entire skin apparatus built within it for coloring your skin also to the exact shade that you want. They don't leave any kind of anything out. These boosters, they boost the amount of skin. You can basically change everything about the skin. So they've been making skin scripts for a very long time. They know what they're doing. Okay, what happened here? Okay, so we're gonna now see if we can just lighten this skin up. So if I select this filter here and we go to default, we can get rid of the wet now in materials. And this is it. This is our product. Find this default. And okay, this looks like a blonde matte applied to hairs. Okay, so what if we just do this and try it? That didn't seem to really work. Okay, this is armpit, nostrils, legs. Oh, we missed the torso. Maybe it did work. There. That's good enough. Now what I'm going to just make the torso hair surfaces. What would be surfaces? We'll just take the cutout opacity of the torso hair down a little bit, so it's not so obvious. what if we come up here and take our base color and just make it a little bit more blonde. There we go. Save that. And I want to look and see whether if I have hair coming through his pants. That looks like water on his face, skin and face. Let's see. Sometimes you put like the hair on and suddenly you no longer have water. But it's kind of important to look. Okay, see, it doesn't look like the hair is coming through a little bit here. Let's get up close and see if this hair is just like way too long. All right, it does look too long. Okay, and see, I kind of like cheat and just make it more transparent so that it doesn't, but it's not really the way to do it. The way to do it is to go down into here, into what, parameters, hair, torso, and we just bring the length in some. That's really the way to do it. And full width. This is the best hair product by far for Genesis 9. What was this called? Genesis, I think this is a Daz original product, and it shows. It shows. Okay, this is Genesis 9 Body and Vellus Hairs. Genesis. It's like, you know, with Genesis 8, it was like every figure required a different hair product because it just never, there was no one like go to that hair product and there's their body hair. It was just like, it was always a task to find the right body, and it was always really hard to find the right hair product. Yeah, this is a Daz original. This is your hair product. Now her eyebrows could use a little bit of transparency, a little bit of cutout taken off. But this is the one-stop hair product. Vellus hair gives you let's see these little teeny hairs on the face. It's like amazing. This is your one-stop body hair product. It's like it always works. And that's what's really nice about this particular product. You can still experiment around with other products. It doesn't mean you don't need to ever buy body hair again. I like any body hair product or stubble. You just never know which one's going to really work for you. But this product is a product you absolutely, if you're into using your Genesis 9 figure, you have to have this product. And this is the pretty much the one. If you purchase this, you got a one-stop go-to kind of thing. I'm still going to bring this hair down a little bit more. Go to parameters. Okay. Because I kind of want the water to show through, and it's not showing through that well. Now, if I say I got the full length here, we'll bring it up a little more. I don't think the water's going to show. Now, we go to surfaces. We can make this hair shine a little more by taking down the roughness so it looks wet. And glossy layered weight. I'm not sure what to do. Okay, we have the dual lobe specular weight. Okay, glossy roughness. I kind of thought that would by bringing that down. Okay, now if I go up to this product here with the texture booster, booster for selected surfaces. Okay. Now translucency, I thought there was a increased lightness. I thought there was something that worked also with, this is a translucency map. I think there is. I think there's scripts. Roughness, here we go. Decrease roughness. Base bump, okay. That didn't really do much, but it's okay. Now let's see what his hands look like. See, it looks like this hair might have done something weird to our water, because I don't see any water on his chest. And so it might be that what we have to do is take the wet map off, okay, and put it back on. I think I put it on the wrong thing. I think I put it on his eyelashes, his eyebrows, okay. So let's go back to our wet thing. Wet. All right, it didn't look wet and tanned. Utilities. And we used materials here. And I think I like this one here. One of these discrete drips. Okay, let's go with this one. Bumps high, bumps standard. Okay, let's try this. Okay, they're still here, but it doesn't look like it's able to penetrate the hair layer. But okay, we're going to just have to settle for that. And I know that if I know this looks like it's kind of foggy here. The fog looks kind of gray. I think I'm going to just take the fog down a little bit more. I know that the fog kind of disappears as you start your render. But this absorption multiplier, I wish I knew how to use that. It does something just really weird which is fascinating. Whatever it is, it's something important that I don't know how to use. The scattering multiplier, that's the color of your fog. But this absorption multiplier is massive. Whatever that is, one of these days when I understand how to use it, it's going to be really cool. So we're going to go to 30 and just lower the density of the fog a bit. Go 25. Is that okay? That's the right thing. All right, and we'll save this. Now let's see what happens when we render this. Okay, so we'll go into our render settings. Now, I have render settings where I just kind of grab this and throw in the render settings. But it's really important to just, with your render settings, to really go in and look and see what's changed over the course of your rendering. Even looking at your tone mapper options and seeing if something, like, look at this, these crushed blacks, something has changed these. Like, so we go to the burn highlights. Let's go reset that value. And the vignetting, something's putting vignetting parameter settings. Let's go to reset the value. Crushed blacks, reset value. Something has come here and added this reset value. Okay, there's the gamma. And then we go into our environment options. And this environment lightings, we've reset the value. And I'm not sure that I even like this now. Dome rotation, of course, that's that one. And, okay, I'm not sure now that I even like this background sky because something was kind of, I am not much of a tone mapper. Okay, go Z. Okay, I think that was the fog one. Redo density multiplier. Okay, that lowered the density. So I guess I'm going to kind of have to stick with those particular settings because something that's part of this castle setup. This is for the castle. And it's obviously changed these, but that's what I mean. Look and see if something in your, now the vignetting, I'm not sure that I need that. Okay. Look at these settings and see what has changed your settings, okay? I think I like it without the vignetting, even though it is a little bit. So, and now I feel like maybe I can bring up the density of my maybe back to 35. Yeah. All right. And then we go back to render settings, because as you change these HDRIs, they change all kinds of stuff in your render settings. And, you know, even some of the weird stuff like the spectral rendering, I think I'm going to turn that on and see if maybe the water will create some kind of odd spectral rendering. And then there's one called natural here. Yeah. We'll see how that one works. And let's just kind of play around with some of these. And then there's also the, what's the other one? Okay, so we'll turn maximum samples up, turn that up, maximum time, and we'll turn this down, render quality off. Let's save this again. And there's also another one. It's caustic sampler, that one. Let's see what happens with our, see, I think, notice now that the water is reflecting onto his legs and it's reflecting back into the scene, and it's putting these kind of natural kind of things. It's what a pool does. That's what adding the spectral rendering does. It has to do with glass and water, that things interact with each other better in your scene. Textures interact better. So it gives him a little bit of blue, but he's warm enough to kind of handle that little bit of blue that comes back up. It makes, and it also gives his feet this kind of weird thing to his feet. They look like they're underwater. Now, it doesn't matter, this speed instancing, we don't have a ton of instances in this scene. So I think this kind of looks nice. Maybe our spotlight could have a tiny bit more light to it to just kind of make him pop out of the scene a little more. Parameters. So we'll go to 2. What did I do? 2. Yeah, that gives him just a little bit more. Now, do we want to play with the camera a bit more? We could possibly give this a little bit of depth of field so he pops out of the scene even more. And so we'll play with the camera. In order to do that, we're going to turn off, unlock the camera, and then we come in here and we go to depth of field on. See, I like that, but I just have to make sure that our depth of field is set right. So we go to perspective, sideways here, this way, select, make sure our camera is selected. All right, go back a little ways here. I think we'll do it from this angle. Okay, and where? See, this is a little bit. Okay, so this is this little line here, this focal distance. And I want that right at his face, so that it's kind of works with his eyes. Okay, let's try going into this mode. Okay, this is a little easier to see it. Which one is it? This one. See how that's right now, kind of right about where his eyes are. We go straight out from the left. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. Now we go back to our camera view. Looks like the water's all over the place, but the hair seems to dampen it a bit. Okay, back to the camera view. Save this. And let's lock the camera again. Now let's see what this looks like. His face, you want their face to be the most in focus thing in the scene. And so that works. That works. Let's do a render now. Let's see what our render, go to our render settings. I think I'm going to render this at 2000. Yep, that's good. 16 by 9. Okay, render. Let's see what we've got. We've been here 2 hours. I think this is going to be probably tied up in 2 hours. Where did you go? I think I saved it. I did save it. All right. Okay, reticulate a little for us. That looks nice already. This looks really nice. That towel like laid just perfectly on the marble surface. The plant doesn't look like, I was wondering, because I couldn't really tell if the plant was sitting on the, it looks okay. When you use, and let's see, his face is right in focus. And he looks like he's looking at us. It doesn't look like he's not. This eye looks a little funky, but it's okay. Very nice. That hair just works so well with his kind of rounded, but he's kind of has long features too. It's just got a perfect face. So that's one of my own figures that I created. And you can see the hair enough. It's just gives to, this is going to take a while to render. When you set this stuff for his feet, almost look like alien feet, but I'm going to leave that. Sometimes I can't stand the way water warps a body. It can make them look like a praying mantis under the water or something. Just something weird. But This works. That underwear, not the underwear, but his bathing suit works. The shininess of it works. I think maybe that's why I stay away from shiny fabrics, is because I have to work so hard to edit them to get them just right in the scene. But this one just worked perfectly for him. I was wondering if an off-white would work with the white. And I thought, well, he's not going to have a matching bathing suit and towel set, So I thought, well, it would be okay to make the bathing suit a different color. So these clouds look a little bit fairy tale, but that's okay. So they look a little bit toonish. But there again, but it gives it that kind of fantasy thing, a little bit touch of the fantasy world. I love the interaction of this green with the clouds. It's just perfect. That's perfect. It's kind of got a glow here, and you can see his face is perfectly in focus. His legs are a little bit less in focus. Yeah, he stands right out. This stands out. This is kind of beautiful. This is part of that. Now I'm seeing a tiny bit. I'm not going to re-render this over this, but where this could use maybe a little bit of sub D and make it a little bit smoother, but it's good. Yeah. And maybe I could have, the spotlight that's on him, it could have been a tiny bit warmer maybe, but I'm not going to change that either. So, because I don't want his skin to look too red. I don't want it to all look kind of red. So it's natural looking. So, very good. The lips on the Daz Genesis 9 figures, I kind of wish they were separate objects, separate shader things, but the lip products that you can buy if you want to change the color of their lips, augment and then change also the texture of their lips, like whether if they have like kind of little ridges and bumps in their lips and stuff like that, just the curve, not the shape of the surface of their lips. Those are very nice products. We just have to learn how to use them. I'm not really that good at them. I think I will be doing maybe a tutorial on lips because they're just something that people just say, oh, they're okay, And I think these lips could stand to have been maybe a little bit less gray, a little more pink, maybe a tiny bit, just a little more color in them. And this eyebrow just still doesn't look quite right, but it's okay. I think he works. And I will tell you also that blonde hair is the hardest hair to work with on your figures. Okay, because it's so hard to get it to look real. This worked out well. I didn't have to use any other color than the color that came with the hair so these colors, even though I did have to take the color hair and put it on the beard, this hair set is amazing. It's amazing. Go out, rush out and buy it now, okay? It's in the Daz store. It's on sale right now. This is what I mean by lip textures, where you can put just all these little kind of bumps into. You can just give your figure all kinds of lip textures. There's just so many of them, so many different lip textures. So we go and turn this off, and this is the hair product, and this is a massive bravo, because I thought, and it's also like, get some better, to turn off your camera light, okay? Because this just looks terrible. What it does, this little halo in the front ruins this hair product, makes it look like something's wrong with it. Okay, and it's in every picture. There. Okay, this doesn't look right, okay? So something's kind of funky about his eyes, too. All right, so, but this looks perfectly fine here. But this doesn't look right. The same thing. It's like, what is this? You should be looking and saying, this is ruining the sales of your hair product, because people are going to look at that and say something's wrong with it, you know? And it's not. And like, her eyes are obviously something's kind of messed up with her eye positions too. So I'm not sure what it is. So this is kind of okay, but it's still got that halo look. Like, turn off your camera light, okay? And this has got that same camera light thing. It's supposed to be highlighting the hair, and again, this got this problem here. So this is, again, just way too overlit with it. It looks like with maybe a camera light and a side light, okay? Something about the eyes that just don't look right. You have to get in and you have to manually move them around until, and see there again, it's like, it doesn't matter if it's a grayscale image. If your camera light is whiting, it makes it look like the hair is too thin here. Okay, so, and it's not. It's a beautiful product. And this is why I was so hesitant to buy it, because it was like, this doesn't look right. And it looks right from the side, and that it was the side view that made me think maybe it's okay. And so, and then these colors are just too weird. This one's nice. These ones are nice. That one gets kind of weird again. But the blonde worked out well. You gave us enough of the colors, and the black. Like, where's the black? This kind of looks black, but how about some black hair, you know? So this looks like it might be black, but these like really dark eyebrows, and it's like, change the eyebrows with the hair so they kind of match. None of them, like, who has hair with these eyebrows? So yeah, that's what I had to do to make it work, okay? But this is a rush out and buy it hair. This is the most horrible. If you want to sell your products, don't do that. Don't ruin them with bad lighting like this, okay? This is a rush out and buy it. I think I paid $8 for it. It was really well. You did a nice job blending the eyebrows, but then you didn't use the white hair for the beard, so it just didn't quite look right. So this is a nice way of selling stuff, but you know, the lighting here on this one image here is terrible. Okay, but this is a really nice way to sell hair. Especially, this is what kind of sold me on it, where the side views didn't look horrible like the front view. So so anybody have any thoughts on any of this stuff? Let me know in the comments section. We are pretty much done with this. We have another image, and our guy looks pretty cool, I think. So yeah, he does. He looks real. This is why I don't work with tunes, because I struggle to make my images look as real as possible. Okay? This is what I do, is I try to make I'm going more for the as real as I can get. And that's the whole thing here with this. And so, yeah, hyper realism is more, like I just kind of said it. So as real as I can possibly get my image, I want it to be that. But the thing is that the idea of tune, of the whole tune thing, is a good thing, because where you could possibly just take a scene and press one button and everything is switched to tune, and that filament tune mode could be a way to get your animation set and then undo it all, and you've got your hyper realism, then you render your frames. That's what I want to see, is a really like smooth, super smooth Toon World that we can put everything in Toon World. You can see the shape of the fingers and you can see where they are and see that they're sitting in the right place. And then boom, switch a button and everything and all of your textures load back into your scene and you are back and so you can see how the animation really looks in some sort of filament Toon World. They're going in the right direction so that with that. So there's no real and if that Toon World grows and becomes more prosperous for Daz to develop for it, then those worlds, those juxtaposed worlds, they may be able to help us switch back and forth between them and build all kinds of bridges between those worlds within Daz Studio. So yeah, and just to take a moment to talk about your computer. That Daz Studio, it's not just Daz Studio, but it relies on the Windows environment or the Mac environment, and it also relies on your graphics card environment. And so when Daz Studio crashes, you can't really say, well, Daz is buggy. What you can say is that it might be buggy, or Windows might be buggy, or the graphics card might be buggy. And you might say, well, millions of people are using Windows, but they're not using it to the extent that we are, okay? And they're just basically using their computer and going on and watching YouTube videos, or they're typing or doing their email or those kinds of things. They're not necessarily like expecting, well, I have 10,000, 12,000 assets, Daz assets to all work together, perfectly together, and interface with the Windows environment and the NVIDIA environment. What can you do about that? Well, as time goes by, you need to be delving into Windows. What is learning about Windows? What is C++? What are all of these? What is the environment that Daz is sitting within? And learning as much as you can about the resources that Daz uses so that it functions right, so that as time goes by, and also be very careful about making massive changes to your computer. Like you could go and download the entire the C++ software developer kit. You can download all kinds of what are they called? Developer modules into Windows. And on one hand, it could add functionality to Windows, but on the other hand, it could kind of lock your computer into some sort of environment that it can't seem to break free from. So just be careful of making massive changes to Windows. You're kind of better just gradually, if someone says, well, you can download the software developer kit for C++, or you can download the software developer kit for maybe DirectX, and you're installing some massive, several gigabytes environment that you're putting onto your system. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying be careful, because it could be the very reason why sometime down the future that you have to reset your computer back to factory and start over again, because there are files that have been changed deep within your system that are like looking for a needle in a haystack to try and fix. So keep that in mind, okay? And on that note, I'm thinking that maybe his chest hair could have been a little longer, but it's okay. It's fine. I think that this is our image here. So very good, people. Have a wonderful rest of your day. It is rest of your evening. At least here in this part of the world, it is 10:52 at night. And we have been at this for 2.5 hours. I'm glad I didn't go too long with this video. 2.5 hours. Okay, it's a goal. You can make it to the end. I did. So, all right, people. We are gonna play some music. Thank you for watching and being part of this scene, people. Have a lovely rest of your day. If you didn't catch the beginning of the video, go back, watch it, and see how this scene started out. All right, very good. Take care. I hope you learned something. And Angus, have a good night, my friend. Good night to you. I will be talking to you all soon. I will be back with another EZ3DTV tutorial. And yes, your likes and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications, for all notifications. And check out and watch my videos from the latest back, okay? Because when I first started out, I didn't know anything. So, but no, I didn't. Thanks for watching again, people. See you again soon.